lesson, we are going to focus on comparing and ordering fractions. Basically, we want to be able to compare them with less than, greater than, or equal to. And when we've got a whole bunch of fractions, we'd like to be able to put them in order from least to greatest like on a number line. Now, a couple of skills that we have to have going into this, you have to be able to multiply. We are going to use multiplication a lot, and you also need to be able to compare whole numbers. You already have to know what less than, greater than, and equal to are because we're going to use them. In order to compare fractions, there are just two pieces of multiplication. That's it. You would start off and multiply these two numbers first. 2 times 4 would give you 8. Then you multiply the other diagonal second. 3 times 3 gives you 9. As long as you compare these two numbers, you'll be comparing the two fractions. Since 8 is less than 9, it lets us know that 2/3 is less than 3/4. And we're done. Using that same set of skills then, 1 times 11, that's 11. 5 times 2, that's 10. Since 11 is greater than 10, it lets us know 1/2 is greater than 5/11. Third example, multiply the main diagonal, 3 times 2, that gives us 6. Multiply the anti-diagonal, 6 times 1, that's 6. When we compare these then, because 6 equals 6, that tells us 3/6 is equal to 1/2. What about here? 3 times 5 is 15. 8 times 2 is 16. Because 15 is less than 16, it tells us 3/8 is less than 2/5. What numbers do we get here? When we multiply the main diagonal, 4 times 7 gives us 28. 3 times 7, sorry, 9 times 3, 9 times 3 equals 27. And because 28 is greater than 27, 4/9 is greater than 3/7. And of course, we can compare graphical models. We can compare a visual model the same way. All we have to do is write out the fraction first. For this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 7 out of 19. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just by counting, we can create the two fractions. And now we'll do the exact same stuff that we were doing before. Just multiply the main diagonal, 7 times 11, 77. Multiply the anti-diagonal, 19 times 4. 19 times 4, we could go off to the side. 9 times 4 would give you 36. 4 times 1 plus 3 gives you 7, so 19 times 4 equals 76. 77 is larger than 76. And so this tells us then that 7 over 19 actually is larger than 4 out of 11. This left-hand model actually is more than the right-hand model, just by a tiny little bit. Lastly, you can use them to solve word problems. You ran 7/8, and 8 is misspelled there. Okay, so there's you, 7/8, and your friend ran 8/10. Who ran farther? Well, again, we'll just compare the two fractions. 7 times 10 gives you 70. 8 times 8 equals 64. And since 70 is bigger than 64, that means 7/8 is more. So who ran farther?
The friend.
7/8 is more than 8/10. And we're done. All we need to do is compare fractions, and it's based on nothing more than this cross-multiplying method.